Good morning, beautiful souls. We're going to be doing a little collective oracle read, so if you feel called to stay, then great. If not, please keep scrolling. I do a little smoke cleanse for you as well. Just take this time to take a deep breath, ground yourself before you get into your day, set some intentions for yourself today. If you'd like to, leave your intentions for yourself down below in the comments. What are you setting for yourself, mind, body, soul? Is it a particular goal? Is there a feeling that you'd like to lead with today? Is there a particular outcome you'd like to see over something today? A certain goal you're trying to reach? Let us know so we can support you and cheer you on in these endeavors. Let's see what the collective needs in the highest good, shall we? Let's take a deep breath. If you would like to be a part of this collective, set the intention for your energy to be put into this read so you can receive a message that's meant for you in the highest good. Spirit, I cleanse and clear this deck and return it to its new and original state for messages of guidance and clarity. Anything this beautiful collective needs to know in the highest good. Let's do a 3-card pull. That feels good. All right. 3 cards for today. Wow. Okay. So, it looks like within this energy, there's some people who have been pretty codependent. And I feel like this is, whether this is romantic relationships, friendships, like it doesn't matter. There's just people that you've been really codependent on in life. And you're really in this phase of building a lot of independence, a lot of self-assurance, a lot of certainty for yourself, trust within yourself, breaking these codependent cycles that you've been in and relationships that you've been in. I'm hearing to say both your inner child, your future self, and your guides, both ancestors, spirit guides, like however, whatever you believe in, God, okay, all that. So fucking proud of you. Like, they truly see you putting in the work and seeing it pay off. I'm hearing to say the root cause of some of these codependency issues has been your fear of being truly seen and heard by yourself. Like, truly felt by yourself. I feel like you have this deep need and like want to be understood and seen and heard by other people, but Spirit's like, right now, truly what you need more than external validation and somebody external understanding you is you taking the time to really know you. Really understand these blockages that you've been experiencing, the limiting beliefs that you've been stuck in, the fears, the like all of these things. I'm hearing to say for some, you've been living in heavy like mind of just like imposter syndrome, a lot of doubt, a lot of fear towards like whatever goals that you have. It feels like every single time you set a goal for yourself, it automatically feels like anybody else in the world could do this, but not you. And so I feel like you've been living in a lot of like victimhood mindset, a lot of just this deep feeling of incapability and unworthiness, and you found worth in other people for a long time and what they thought of you and what they brought into your life rather than what you think of you and what you can bring into your life and how you can love you and understand you and give to you, all these things. You looked for it in other people just because I feel like it felt easier to try to convince other people to make you feel worthy rather than to like put in the hard work to make you feel worthy on your own. Because you know that can lead to what we call like the dark night of the soul or a tower moment, as they say, but without all the woo woo words around it. Feeling like fuck because you're going through a lot of deep unpacking different levels of your identity, your fears. Like, it's really about getting to know your ego or your shadow self to an all new level, and it can be painful and overwhelming and confusing, which, by the way, if you're interested, I do offer shadow work assistance and like inner child work healing on my website, trinityfaithofficialpage.com, so you can always go and check that out for additional support. I also have upcoming courses coming with like a whole bunch of information and resources to help you with stuff like that. But with that being said, I feel like this collective, honestly, is about to see a lot of change within yourself and finally feel like this change is I'm hearing, going to stay this time. Like, I feel like you've kind of gone through healing, like, cycles and eras before in your life, but it always kind of felt like you went back. And I feel like this time, like, you're not going back to old people, old mindsets, old situations, old feelings towards yourself, like, old versions of yourself. This is very much like the time where you finally feel like the evolution like gripped in life and really like solidified this new narrative of who you are and this like alignment of who you've wanted to be with like who you were always were deep down, rather than feeling like you had to build this whole new you from the soul up. You know, like, no, you're unraveling and discovering for the first time everything you've always been. Everything that's always been, you've always been worthy, you've always been lovable, you've always been deserving, but there's been something in your life that happened that really made you feel like you had to prove, you had to work, you had to fight, you had to struggle, you had to suffer, you had to sacrifice for things that everyone is deserving of. Connection, love, safety, trust, like all of these things, like just blessings, abundance, provisions, like these are things that everyone deserves. And I feel like you're going to be seeing this era in your life where you're seeing more blessings come into fruition. It seems like more things are finally like actually like being received in your life because you're finally removing these blockages of unworthiness that were blocking your manifestations from coming into fruition or being in the aligned connections. 555 on the timer when I say this. You are becoming the change internally so you can become the change externally. There's no more holding yourself back because you're afraid you're not worthy of the success that you're going to achieve after the work is put in. You know from the first time, you hit the ground running, you are deserving of this the work paying off, loving yourself paying off, you know, whatever work you're trying to reach externally in your life, you're deserving of success towards that. In your connections and relationships, you're deserving of success towards that. Whatever your internal, emotional, mental, spiritual goals are, you're deserving of success towards that. Remind yourself that your success is inevitable. And like, I'm hearing to say too, like, don't be afraid to give yourself a hug. Don't be afraid to like give yourself a pat on the back when you notice growth within yourself for the things that nobody else can validate. Nobody else can like know how much you've grown from your thought process because nobody else knows 100% what your thought process is. So make sure to praise yourself for the growth of everything you're doing internal. Like truly, truly, truly thank yourself for that because it is hard to do the internal work sometimes. Nobody else can force us to do it. You have to be the one to say, I want this growth, I want this change, and no matter how hard it is, I'm committed to doing it. So please praise yourself for that. Please acknowledge and respect and honor yourself for that. Please allow yourself to be blessed physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially for the work that you are doing internally. Remind yourself that when spirit, when universe, when God, ancestors, whatever, sees us doing the work, they are helping our blessings be brought closer to us. Every single tear, every single hour, every single moment that you spend fucking writing in your shadow work journal and doing the healing work and getting in touch with your inner child, spirit is seeing that, and I want you to envision you being blessed in some way, shape, or form every single time you do that work. Okay? Whether you are like, yes, I get paid every single time I do the healing work, every single time I feel my feelings, or, you know, I get closer to relationships that are aligned for me every single time I sit down and get in touch with my inner child, or I create opportunities for business every single time I sit down and meditate and remove emotional blockages for my creativity and my ability to move forward with passion and capability. You know, like these are the things that you can do to align to what you want in your life without forcing it by simply allowing yourself to do the work. See the parts of yourself that have weaknesses and allow yourself to honestly reflect on that and then take responsibility to turn those weaknesses into strengths. Whether that's a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial weakness, you can transmute those into strength by being honest with yourself about where you still have growth to do, and be proud of yourself for everywhere you've been and everywhere you are, so you can get to where you want to be by saying like, sure, I might have things I need to learn, I might have things I need to unlearn, but I'm going to get to where I want to be because deep down I already am who I've always wanted to be. I just need to unlearn some of the things that have contributed to this narrative that is keeping me blocked, stagnant, that is keeping me feeling weak, that is keeping me feeling broke, that is keeping me feeling just out of alignment, period. All right? I love y'all so much. I'm going to end the reading there. If you are interested in getting extensions of this read, go to my website, trinityfaithofficialpage.com, book an extension. I do have same-day appointments available. You can also join my mentorship program for personal and spiritual development. The mentorship program is called the Spirit Network on my website. You can go join. I am doing a little giveaway for everyone who joins by the end of today. I decided to extend my sale for another 24 hours. So everyone who joins by the end of November 8th gets a free little gift. Much love, many blessings. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to follow, like, share, add to favorites, all that fun stuff. And drop a little smiley face emoji if you watch this video all the way through. Okay, bye.